Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Last night marked my return to trivia, first time in 2 years, and I gotta say it was miserable. The trivia was fine, I guess, but the graduate also booked a very large and loud political party in the same room. So it was pretty miserable between the crappy service, not being able to hear anybody, and all the lobbyist asses in everybody's face. Graduate, you need to do better. And to the pals and lobbyists, see you later. Okay, enough of my whining. Let's get into today's news, shall we? The Maryland State Police are investigating a road rage case in Hanover. Sunday afternoon, a gray sedan, possibly a BMW, opened fire on another car northbound 295 near Arundel Mills Boulevard. Witnesses said that they saw several flashes come from the suspect vehicle that did flee the scene. The victim was hit and flown to shock trauma in Baltimore, and we don't know the status of his condition just yet. If anyone may have seen anything or heard anything, please call the state police at 410-761-5130. Annapolis Mayor Buckley introduced his budget for the next fiscal year at last night's council meeting. We have not seen the budget yet, but we will get a hold of a copy and see what is hidden inside. The budget must be passed by June 30th, and I do suspect that Ward 8 Alderman Ross Arnett will have issues and scream about the deficit and decry the way that the council keeps kicking the responsibility down the road before he does a complete 180 and votes in favor of it. Also last night, Mayor Buckley announced that he has hired a campaign staffer as his new chief of staff to replace the retiring Susie Smith. Kate Pettit moved to Annapolis from Buckley's homeland, Australia, back in 2016. She volunteered with his 2017 campaign, lived in Annapolis until 2019 when she returned to Australia, but now is back. According to City Hall, she has extensive experience in government, community, and politics. She will officially start on the 18th of this month and will earn $106,000 per year. The results are in. The Anne Arundel Community College's Center for the Study of Local Issues released the results of their semi-annual survey. We have the whole 198-page document at eyeonannapolis.net that you can read or download. But some key takeaways are that we are now much more concerned about crime and inflation than we are with COVID. Only 40% say the county is moving in the right direction. Approval ratings? Biden's at 46%, Hogan's at 76%, and Pittman is at 47%. As to approval ratings of different bodies, the county council is at 49%, the General Assembly is at 42%, the Board of Education is at 36%, no surprise there. U.S. Congress at 19%, again, no surprises there. Crystal balling for the upcoming elections for Republican County Executive. Jessica Hare nudged out Herb McMillan 20% to 15%, but the majority did not favor any candidate or did not have enough information. Pittman was slightly ahead of some Republican challenger, 30 to 25%, but again, the majority said that they needed more information, and it really depended on who the candidate was for the Republicans. In the gubernatorial race, Kelly Schultz led Dan Cox 20% to 7%, and the rest were unfamiliar or had not decided. On the Democratic side, Comptroller Francho was at 13% and Wes Moore at 10%, with Laura Newman coming in third at 4%. And the rest of that really crowded field was below that. Pretty wonky stuff and pretty interesting too, if you ask me. And if you did participate from our link that we emailed you, I'll be sending you the full results very soon. Hey, save April 21st at 7:30 p.m. on your calendar. Annapolis will be making a major appearance in a film to be aired on MPT called True North, Sailing to Salvation. It's all about the veteran sailing community in Annapolis and the healing ways of the Chesapeake Bay. And when I say veteran, I'm talking about armed services veterans, not seasoned sailors. It's produced and directed by Susie Galler, who lives locally. She is creating a whole series, and this will air on MPT as they celebrate their Chesapeake Bay Programming Week. You definitely want to check it out. I did see it at the Annapolis Film Festival, and it was a great film, probably about 35 minutes long. And finally, it is Ticket Tuesday from Ram's Head on Stage. And who wants to go see the Four Tops tomorrow night at Maryland Hall? Well, I can't help myself, and I'm going to do the same old song. See what I did there? I need you to send a public tweet, not a DM, saying that you are trying to win 4 Tops tickets from Ion Annapolis and Rams Head on Stage. You want to make sure that you tag both Ion Annapolis and Rams Head on Stage. I'm going to pick a winner a little bit later on tonight, and if you win tickets, they will be at the box office at Maryland Hall for you. And I will contact you on Twitter if you win, so you want to make sure you keep an eye on your Twitter feed for that, and if you don't, I will announce it again tomorrow morning. But again, this is for tomorrow night's show at Maryland Hall. And you also want to make sure you check out all the other great shows coming up at ramsheadonstage.com. Podcast news up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, the Junior League of Annapolis, and next Saturday, Unity Gardens. Again, keep those suggestions coming and keep letting your friends know about the Daily News Brief. So much appreciated. All right, that's it for the news, but first a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company, and our newest sponsor, The Roof Guy Annapolis. And I'll tell you, if your roof is older, you definitely want to check it out before you are in a world of trouble. You want to go to theroofguyannapolis.com. You can get a free inspection. So now, hang tight. We have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with all of your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, April 12th. Yesterday was a nice improvement weather-wise for the Annapolis region, and that trend will continue all the way through the weekend. Look for highs today in the upper 60s to mid-70s for most spots in and around the area, with a small but valid chance for a few scattered AM showers, to be followed by highs well into the 70s on Wednesday, with another chance for some PM rain with slightly breezy winds remaining in place both days, before upper 70s to maybe even lower 80s on Thursday, with a higher chance for some rain in the PM hours, with skies then drying out for Friday through Sunday, with temps Friday in the upper 60s to mid-70s, followed by 65 to 72 for PM highs on Saturday, with mid to upper 60s on Sunday to close out the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hi, this is Gary Ledard, owner of the Roof Guy Annapolis. For over 15 years, my team has worked with hundreds of homeowners to provide the highest quality roofing in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. As a homeowner myself, I understand when it's time for a new roof, you need to find a roofing company you can actually trust. One that will give you the bottom line. No fluff, no runaround. At The Roof Guy, it's my goal to build lifelong relationships and aspire to change what people have come to expect from a roofing contractor by delivering great experiences. So if you're looking for a roofing company in Annapolis or Anne Arundel County that holds the highest standards for quality, craftsmanship, and business reputation, call me today to schedule your free roof evaluation at 410-570-4956 or visit my website at theroofguyannapolis.com.
Hello, Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.